this time. Skis his way inside the 10. First and goal. Christian McCaffrey got a bruising block from Brandon Ayuk. Got another from Ray McLeod. Turned it.
Garoppolo, first pass to Christian McCaffrey. Oh, McCaffrey turns on the Jets, and he's got a first down.
Free up the middle, inside the 10. A stiff arm at the 5, and in for the touchdown. Use check blocking out front. Oh, a hurdle for McCaffrey. Leaping his way for the touchdown. McCaffrey again, and for the 4th time today.
McCaffrey gets it up the gut, big hole. McCaffrey sprinting free, and he's tripped up inside the 50. Into the end zone, touchdown. There's Purdy on first down. Late blitz coming. In trouble. Purdy stays up on his feet somehow, and now throws.
Today for the Steelers. Purdy running and going down. 49 play action. Purdy looking end zone. Lets it rip, and he's got a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk. On first down, pressure coming. Purdy throws over the middle, and it's Jawan Jennings with nothing downfield. Smith Williams was chasing. Purdy gets out of there. Looking deep, back of the end.
We saw him do this earlier in the game. I think it was like a 3rd and 3, and he climbed the pocket, and he knew where that.
Play action. Purdy. Pressure coming late. Throws to McCaffrey. McCaffrey twisted to the goal line. And
Jim, it was a little faint for me.
Down the field. What a play to Kittle at the 40-yard. Purdy looking up top. Downfield he goes, and he's got Deebo Samuel. Deebo. 37, the end around to Deebo Samuel. Has a blocker.
What's good, David? How we doing? How we doing?
Just
setting everything up here, boys.
Blitz coming. Picked up. Purdy sets, launch.
His face throws, and coming back to get it is Deebo Samuel, and Samuel's got a first down. Here comes Deebo Samuel. Blockers in front. Williams is one of them, and Deebo Samuel's in.
You get worried about the run game, and they can sneak either Kittle or Samuel behind that.
In a long handoff, they're just doing it out of different formations and different setup points instead of motion.
What's cracking, lacking, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? Week 11 fantasy football is here. What is good, everybody? We got BDE in the Discord as well. Big Draft Energy. What's up, Jeff? How we doing, my man? I see a question in there. Sutton or Ridley? Dude, I like them both. The volume has been insane for both. They both have plus matchups. I mean, Will Levis even lit up Ridley last week. Ridley was one of my buy lows like 4 weeks ago. He's been smashing. I think I'd ride the Ridley wave. David says Ingram or Amari Cooper PPR. Amari's out there. You got to go Amari in a shootout game versus Kansas City with 2 superstar quarterbacks going at it. Have to. Even though I know it's risky. I mean, you got Mac Jones playing quarterback for Evan Ingram. Still could be good volume playing from behind, but I would go Amari Cooper. What's up, Jeff? He says, what should I do with Jordan Mason? I mean, you got to hold Jordan Mason for now. I mean, CMC obviously played all the snaps, but still, you can't trade him. You can't drop him. BTJ, man. I have so much BTJ. It's driving me nuts. So, right now with him, we just got to wait till the bye. I don't want to trade him or anything, so I think I'd hold there. Oh, my God. They're going to give me the first pick. Oh, man. We're going with Christian McCaffrey with the first pick. What's up, Emo? How we doing, brother? PBJ, peanut butter jelly time. What's good, man? Made alive. What's cracking, my man? Roach, how we doing? Welcome back. What's up, Zarek? Devonta Smith or ETN? I'm going Devonta Smith. It's his birthday tonight, man. It's going to be one of those weird, could Devonta pop off on his birthday games? You know, they're going to feed him more. I think I'm going with Devonta Smith. 336 Hokey. What's up, my man? QB 6-point TD. Knicks. I'm definitely not going. I'm going Bo Nix. Definitely not going Darnold. He has a tough matchup. A-Rich. I like A-Rich for a boom game, but it's like my risky call on A-Rich. The Jets defense is very good. On paper, they are at least. Peyton with man. That's one of the questions I'm having in one of my own leagues right now. Is Jordan Love or Anthony Richardson? Because the Bears are number 1 versus the QB, number 1 in the red zone. Do I want to go with the rushing upside of Anthony Richardson, which every team rushes against the Jets? So, I mean, Kyler Murray just shredded him. I think I'm going AR-15, although it's hard to bench Jordan Love. Email says, I'm 5-5 in the 5 seed. This is my starting lineup this week. I have neighbors on a bye. You should definitely have neighbors out of your lineup. Oh, neighbors and Connor on a bye. Okay. Bijan and Thomas on a bye. You talking about the week ahead? Bijan and Thomas are on a bye next week. Okay. So wide receivers. We're gonna pick one up here. Could we go Amon-Ra at Jacksonville? We will do that, and we will go. I'm all in on George Pickens this week. What's up, Daniel Caps? How we doing, brother? Damn, I'm worried about Terry tonight, but still have to start over Tillman. Tillman's going to be a good start for me, too, but you cannot bench Terry McLaurin, dude. People, like, panic. The guy just drops 15 points a week. He's a top 10 wide receiver. You have to start him. Email says, I've been trying nonstop to make a move to get rid of CD. Dude, I cannot get the value at all for CD Lamb, bro. It's almost like you just have to hold him right now. I mean, I've been trying to trade him as well, and if you're in a good competitive league, they are not going to bite for anything less than like a wide receiver, low-end wide receiver 2, which is terrible. Jeff, that is Herbert as an absolute smash play this week for Cincinnati. They struggle heavy versus the quarterback and the receiver and the tight end, and it's a possible shootout game. Herbert easy for me on that one. Email says QBs Daniels, Bijan, Estime, Lamb. You need a running back bad. So Thomas, Ferguson, flex is Ridley, Tillman on the bench. Dude, I'd start Tillman over CD Lamb 100%. I wouldn't even think about it. Bench Connor, Knox. Knox is going to be a play over Ferguson for me as well, too, if Kincaid is out. Benson's a great hold. Mitchell, really nothing. Mike Williams, really nothing. Ford, really nothing. So I'm definitely playing Knox if he's out, bro, for sure. If Kincaid's out. What's up, Jeff? Rest of the season, Otten or Hawkinson? It's got to be Otten, bro. I know it sounds crazy, but Otten's volume is too good. I don't even care when Mike Evans comes back. He'll still be the focal point. Hang on, let me get some picks in here. We'll go Jonathan Taylor and David Montgomery. Hokey says, wide receiver 0.5 PPR Purcell over BTJ in the flex. Also have Garrett Wilson and DK. Dude, the Niners game is going to be a shootout. Purcell coming off 19 points. I'm going with the better quarterback. I want to go with Brock Purdy than I do Mac Jones. I hate to say it. It really sucks for BTJ. He was on his way to being a top 10 receiver, and now he's just not. I got you, emails. No worry. What's up, Costa? Thank you guys for the subs. Thank you for the sub, Costa. Welcome in, brother. I've got Herbert, Russell, and Daniels. Oh, dude. Russell Wilson is my baller QB this week, bro. I know it's tough to sit in Jaden Daniels, but the Eagles are number 4 versus the QB. I mean, Russell Wilson, the Baltimore Ravens are 31st versus the QB and 32nd versus the wide receiver. Russell's one of my absolute smash plays this week. So is Justin Herbert. Scary Terry matchup proof, man. Even if he gets 2 targets, 2 touchdowns, I'm still starting Scary Terry every week. Even against Tomlin after a bye, he posted 16 points. Facts. So you gotta look at it like this, bro. And people ask this question like 24/7. It trips me out. Like they don't trust him or something. Like, look at everything but week 1 and 2, bro, when they were just getting going. Hang on.
Isn't he 3rd in receiving yards right now in the league?
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my God, who do I go with here at this last pick? Do we go with the Jaden Reed boom play? Calvin Ridley. I'm gonna go Justin Herbert. So here's what you gotta look at with Scary Terry, right? Week 1 and 2, they're just getting their groove together, right? Rookie quarterback, just getting it together. Week 3 to week 10, this guy is averaging like 18 to 17 fantasy points a game, and people still ask about Scary Terry. Like, start them in, no matter what. Who would I rather have rest of season, Downs or Mooney? Ugh, that's a good one, Peyton, actually. I think I'm going Mooney by a little bit. I mean, now you have Anthony Richardson back, so could it help or hurt Downs? It's kind of in the middle for me on that one. Mooney had his Achilles pop up today with the injury. I don't think that's a big deal, but man, I think I'm going Mooney by a little bit because they have a nice schedule too.
I'm going Downs all the way there, man.
You like Downs over Mooney?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's see. Let's go like this.
Well, realistically speaking, Mooney will always be second or third fiddle behind Bijan and Drake London in terms of targets.
Right.
Sometimes even Kyle Pitts, right? Whereas Josh Downs is going to be first call pretty much all the time. If you look at the target split between him and Michael Pittman when he's healthy, whether it be with Joe Flacco or Anthony Richardson, who's now the starter again, it's Downs. Downs is literally the wide receiver one. They're both splash plays guys, but I'm going to go with the guy who gets more targets.
Okay, so here's what I'd stand on business with this right here, right? Darnell Mooney has never had one game this year where he's under 95% of the snaps. Okay, so when I'm looking at Josh Downs, he's never had a single game where he has over 80% of the snaps. So Mooney is never off the field.
Which means but like, what's he doing with that volume? Like, yes, he's having a good, productive season, but does he have a safe floor? Is he somebody that you could say on a week-to-week basis, I'm starting him no matter what, and confident to start him just based up because like he's not efficient.
He's only had 3 games under 10 points.
Yeah.
And it's 77 targets for Mooney, 66 for Downs. 45, and Downs missed a couple games, obviously. Missed 2 games, but be about even. And yards, 684, 5 touchdowns. Yards, 483, 3 touchdowns. It's close. I know you love Downs, so I mean, Disco would go Downs. I would say Mooney, but it's close. I mean, I like them both, so I mean, you're not in a bad situation. Daniel says, I'm just worried because of the Thursday Night Football curse. But I've been seeing Quinton Mitchell has shut down Watson. Quinton Mitchell has shut down Watson, London, Olave, Evans, Cooper, Neighbors, Chase. But I'll take the advice. I mean, he's always the wide receiver too. You know, that's the thing. So, you like Devonta Smith tonight, Disco?
Yeah, I do. I like him in the birthday game a lot. But like, other than that, I still have AJ Brown for an anytime touchdown, top 5 wide receiver on the week.
Right. So there you go. So he likes, you know, Devonta Smith on a birthday night, as do I. I mean,
Jahan Dotson revenge game? Question mark.
I saw that tweet and texted you. I started laughing.
It's a good tweet.
Tillman or Cortland Sutton? I mean, I like them both, dude. Cortland Sutton is seeing massive volume. The Falcons are funneling passes to the wide receiver 1, but you get Tillman, who's seeing 11 targets a game, and the Saints trade away Lattimore. I mean, I think both situations are great.
Lattimore isn't playing tonight, is he?
Lattimore's outside as well for the Commanders. Yeah. But
yeah,
I mean,
so that's huge.
Tillman gets a smash matchup.
Yeah, I do like him.
Would you go Tillman or Cortland Sutton? And I like them both.
Cortland Sutton's one of those guys who, like, if he's in a smash spot, similar to Mike Gesicki, kind of busts.
Right, he does good against the matchups where it's weird. He shouldn't.
Whereas Tillman has a quarterback who's going to feed him the rock early and often with James Winston. So I'm going to lean Tillman here.
He's leaning Tillman. I'm leaning Tillman as well, too. Bone says, I feel like dropping both Ferguson and ETN. Definitely not ETN. Tank Bigsby didn't practice again. So it might be ETN's backfield, even in a tough matchup. Man, the Cowboys, bro. Ferguson and Dak are just absolutely doomed right now. I hate to say it.
Done.
I mean, sorry, CeeDee Lamb and Ferguson are just doomed.
I still think CeeDee Lamb finds a way to be fantasy relevant. Like, I'm not panicking on CeeDee Lamb.
At what capacity, though? Wide receiver 3 or low end wide receiver 2?
Like, I still think he's got top 5 wide receiver upside rest of the season as long as Trey Lance gets the call at quarterback. Because Cooper Rush is not it. He doesn't have the arm.
Oh my God, 45 passing yards, and Jerry Jones names him the starter again. Like, what is going on here in Dallas? What's up, Matt? He says T. Higgins or Scary Terry. Want to start T, but nervous about him. Oh, I wouldn't start T this week at all.
No, I'm going Scary Terry.
I'm going Scary Terry for sure. Costa said, I think it's too early to flex Mike Williams. Way too early to flex Mike Williams, even though the matchup is great. I'm going Jacoby for the volume all day, even over Purcell. Being the wide receiver 1 as the 1 or 2 option versus option 3 or 4, I'm taking the volume. Even though the Miami is very good versus the wide receiver. But Fuller got banged up last week, and I haven't seen the update if he's back yet or not. They'll still have Ramsey, but Downs with AR-15. I mean, it's going to be... I'm calling an AR-15 big game on his first game back. I'm taking a shot.
I don't hate that call. I love that call. I have him as my QB 11 on the week.
Because if you look at the rushing quarterbacks versus the Jets, they ball out. So I mean,
he's gonna have to, especially he's gonna have to teach him like management and coaching a lesson for fucking sitting him for 2 games. That's embarrassing.
Right. I did. Can you guys hear Disco in chat right now, by the way? Let me know if you can hear him. Dynasty says 12-team Superflex standard 0.5 tight end premium 6-point TD. Okay. Let me tee up for this one. Start 3. Hopkins, DJ Moore. I'm definitely starting DeAndre Hopkins. I feel fireworks in the Chiefs-Bills game. I don't care if the matchup's not great. DJ Moore with the new offensive coordinator, Thomas. I mean, it might help. It might not. I don't know if I want to start him on the first game. I love Lad versus Cincy 100%. And you get the tight end premium. I'm going Mark Andrews. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a top defense, but the only place they struggle at is versus the tight end. B-Rob's going to have a tough matchup versus Philly tonight. You like B-Rob tonight?
I like him any night. I think he could find the end zone.
Over
he's touchdown dependent for sure, but like over
Ladd or Hopkins and PPR?
I can't say I love Hopkins this week, but I do love Ladd. I would go Ladd and B-Rob.
He likes Ladd and B-Rob. I like I like Hopkins, Ladd, and Andrews.
Yeah,
so
I didn't know Andrews was an option.
Okay.
I love Andrews.
Yeah, Andrews should eat this week as well. Trying to figure out if I start B-Rob over any of these guys. I mean, it's tough. Philly's number 4 versus the running back. Their front 7 is nasty, and Austin Eckler's look good. So, I mean, it's going to be tough to even know how it's going to look on his first game back. Could be like a 50-50 split, 60-40, you know. What's up, PBJ? Going with Tillman. I love Tillman this week. I go Tillman over Jacoby. I would start Tillman everywhere I can this week. 336 Hokie, tight end, 0.5 PPR, Kincaid and Farmuth, picked up Knox. No, if you have Kincaid and you have Knox, hold them both. If Kincaid is out, you play Knox. If Kincaid is in, you play Kincaid. I like that play a ton. That's like my sleeper play of the week is Dawson Knox. Matt says, should I drop Waddle? Are we at this point in the season, chat, where it's time to ask questions about dropping Jalen Waddle?
Why would you drop Jalen Waddle? He's found the end zone twice.
I know if you're in like an 8-man league, I'd say possibly 10-man. You know, everyone's stacked. 12-man, I'm not dropping Waddle. There's no way. Fang says I need a flex. Taysom Hill, DeAndre Swift, or Najee Harris. Oh,
I'm going Najee.
You're going Najee. You don't like Swift with the new offensive coordinator and a good, decent matchup?
No, because like the last time we saw that offensive coordinator, he was in Carolina and he was fucking doo-doo.
Even versus the Ravens, man?
Who? Swift? Swift isn't facing the Ravens.
Najee.
Oh yeah, even against the Ravens, they'll still find a way to get him into the end zone.
Just go for the touchdown upside. I think I'd take the touchdown upside of Najee as well. EB, what's up, my guy? Downs, Mooney, Waddle, or Sutton? I'm going Sutton. I think that one's easy for me. I think Sutton's going to have a big week. Like, I'm on the fence between Sutton and like a Tillman right now. Like, that's how much I like those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I like Sutton's matchup. I just hate Sutton because every time he's in a good spot, fucking Vele finds the end zone or little Jordan Humphrey. It's like, doesn't really help anybody, so I'm not big on Sutton any week.
So this is a crazy good question from Pat right here. Trade Kyren Williams for Jamar Chase in Dynasty. If you have the running backs, I'm taking Jamar Chase all day.
What's the score from that?
You know T. Higgins is gone next year. And is it PPR or full PPR, or half point or full point?
Regardless, I'm going Jamar Chase no matter what. You already know.
Yeah, Jamar Chase is so good. It's crazy, bro. So is Kyren, though. I like Chase.
I think he's gonna have a pretty off week this week, though, for what it's worth.
Chase?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling after you dropped 50 bomb. You know, fuck.
Yeah.
Casa, I'm actually okay with that stack this week. I'm actually okay with playing Ladd and QJ. I mean, Quentin Johnson has been nothing I thought he would be. It's absolutely crazy to say. He's absolutely impressed every single way. So, I mean, I'm good with that. The Bengals really struggle versus the wide receiver, too. Hokie says, you keep an AR-15 big game. Still play it. Hang on. Hang on. I'm gonna go with A-Chan. We're gonna hope A-Chan pops up, has his big game finally. Would you play AR-15 over Bo Nix? You're playing for points to improve seeding. Win-loss does not matter. If you're going for the upside in points, I'm going AR-15. If you're going just for regular points, I'd take Bo Nix.
Isn't it AR-5? Isn't it number 5?
AR-15. Yeah. Yeah, he has the ability to pop the top off for 30 plus. I don't really think Bo Nix. I mean, he could, but they don't have a lot of weapons, dude. He balls out on his own. Moet says, what's good? Trade question. K9 and MHJ. Kenneth Walker and Marvin Harrison Jr. for Breece Hall. Ooh. I have Neighbors, Cup, and Reed. Running backs are Gibbs, Gus, and Bigsby, so you need a running back bad. I mean, dude, the Cardinals had the toughest schedule to open the season. Now they have the easiest schedule. I think you're kind of underselling. I like K9 too. I think if I could get a little more out of that, I would. I mean, Breece is not the Breece that is the value of the 1.1 kind of Breece, so I think you're overselling a little bit on that one. Super chat always gets priority. What's up, my guy Moet? Thank you. It's in chat. Bigsby or Adonai Mitchell as my flex. Oh, Tank Bigsby might not even be out there, by the way, Moet. He missed practice again today, so I mean that's kind of a wait, but I don't think I'm starting Bigsby versus Detroit either way after last week. There's got to be someone else on your waiver where I could get you.
Jahan Dotson, baby, let's go.
Yeah, there's got to be someone I could get on your waiver wire. You got to drop me a little more because I'm not starting Adonai Mitchell.
Get Jahan Dotson in your lineup ASAP.
Oh my God, what to do here? I'm gonna pop Kittle here. I don't know. Okay. What's up, Eric? Got a stream of flex this week. WW is thin. Butte, MVS, or Estime. I'm going Audric Estime. I mean, that's the safe play for sure. 15 carries last week, and Sean Payton said they like what they saw. They want to see more. So I'm definitely smashing him over, taking a shot on Martez Valdez-Scantling or whatever. No way. Trade deadline is Saturday for most leagues, is what I play in. But it is this week. What's up, Andre? I need some help trying to win the chip. What do you need, brother? Is Deontay worth holding on to, Peyton? I would say if it's a 12-man, possibly. If it's a 10 or 8-man, you can drop him. Crippy Mike says, what should I do with J Season and Rejeff? You're still holding J Season. You're not going to drop him. I mean, that's for sure. If you can try and package the trade up right now with the trade deadline coming, that's a possibility. But I'm not dropping him. Arturo says, I have Jaden and Saquon, and my opponent has Hurts and AJ Brown. Whoever wins gets second place. Who do you think gets more points? Like just in tonight's game? Jaden and Saquon or AJ Brown and Hurts? I'm going with AJ Brown and Hurts for more points this week. Jaden's in for a tough matchup again.
I think Saquon Barkley is like he was brought in to just kill the division, and we're going to see him absolutely eat today.
You think so?
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling, man.
Okay, I'm with that.
Can the chat hear me? I don't know why.
Yeah, can you guys hear him in chat, by the way? Because I have everything muted on my end. So let me know if you can hear Disco from my Discord right now. Type a 1 if you can hear him. Super chat. Thank you, Eddie, my guy. With just a blank statement. Thank you. Means the world, brother. Daniel says, I'm questioning on starting Drake London this week. It's going to be a tough start for Drake London with Patrick Surtain on him, bro. Instead of him, I'm starting Dell because Connor has a bye and Evans too. I think Tank Dell is going to get a better game with Nico Collins back. It just depends on, can the Cowboys even stay in the game for me? That's like the tough part I'm dealing with Tank Dell. Oh, DK Metcalf versus Niners first game back. Oh, all right. We'll rock DK out there. So, I mean, I'm okay starting Dell, but if the Texans get up early, you're just going to see the Joe Mixon show, right? Because the Cowboys can't move the ball. So, I hope we see Trey Lance at halftime then. Sunny Shaw says, what should I start 2 with? Hang on, Pickens is a smash start, bro. And Adams. I'd sit London versus PS2. I'm going to take Tyreek Hill in the 7th round. Ronnie, what's up, my man? What's up, fellas? Browns or Chargers defense? Oh, man, you got to go Browns versus Saints. I don't think Derek Carr is going to do that again, dude. There's no way, right? I mean, that's crazy, bro. Peanut Butter Jelly says the answer is always Jamar Chase, no matter what. Thank you for the sub, Sonny. Welcome to the Baller fam. Hokey says AR-15, fruity and slip. Thank you. EB says Jay Season, Amari Cooper, or Quentin Johnston in the flex. I mean, Jay Season gets a good matchup. Shootout game versus 49ers. DK Metcalf is back. It will probably eat into his targets a little bit here and there. I mean, Amari Cooper first game back, and I can't wait to see the Chiefs-Bills game. It's a tough matchup. You know, you might get a little McDuffie here and there. Quentin Johnston has the best matchup. Who would you go there? Jay Season, Amari, or Quentin?
I'm gonna go with Amari. I think I like JSN just for his longest reception, but that's about it.
He's gonna go with Amari. I think I'm gonna go Amari, QJ, Jay Season on that one.
It really comes down to like best game script and most reliable. I think Amari Cooper was brought in for this game.
Right, I agree. I'll go David Montgomery here. Taysom Hill or Mike Gesicki. Eric, I'm going Taysom Hill. Mike Gesicki now has T. Higgins back. I feel like that's going to hurt his target share. Thank you for the super chat again, Eddie. Moet says trade counter K9, MHJ, Brees, and Bucky. Ooh. K9, MHJ, or Brees and Bucky? Disco, who you going with?
Brees and Bucky.
Brees has such a good schedule coming ahead, but so does Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah,
I think I'd take
what we
that.
can rely on. Like, here's my biggest issue. Since Devontae Adams has come in, he's really eaten into all of Brees' value as a receiving back. But I think after the bye week, we'll see them like get sorted again. I'm looking forward to that for sure.
God, they just got to get to the bye at 4-7 and hopefully still have a chance, man. They can hear you in the music, so they can hear you. Got you. Thank you, guys. Devin says 8-2. I run my studs, but we are being slick running Jennings over London. I like that. Due to the matchup and Disley over Ingram, I'm with that as well because Mac Jones is terrible, bro.
I'm not doing either.
I would do that for sure. You're not doing Jennings over London? I would.
No, absolutely not.
Patrick Surtain is for real. I'm not messing with Patrick Surtain. Juan says, would you trade Ramondre Stevenson and Josh Downs for Debo in a heartbeat?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Smash that, bro. Yes.
Where do you have Debo ranked this week, by the way, amongst your wide receivers?
Top 10 or 7.
I have him ranked as wide receiver 2.
He kills Seattle every time, bro.
Every fucking time.
Every game. He dropped 20 on him, I think, in week 3 or 4. I forget what it was. Let's see.
Not only does he kill fucking Seattle, he kills his kicker and his fucking placeholder. I love him.
Week 6, he dropped 25 points on Seattle, bro. Smash. What's good, Reset? It's a vibe. Thank you, Pat. Reset season, what's good? Myers or Downs? Jacoby Myers or Josh Downs? Oh. I mean, Myers is probably going to get more volume. He's going to be on the field more. Gardner Minshew out there maybe helps him a little bit over Desmond Ridder. Josh Downs is a game breaker, though. And Miami's a tough matchup. I go down. So is the Jets.
Yeah, I'm going Downs, man.
Barely. I'm going Downs by a little bit. Thank you for the subscription, Eddie. Welcome to the channel, my man. Kylie says Knox, Jonnu, or Disley. I'm going Dawson Knox if Kincaid is out. And if Kincaid is playing, I'm going Disley. Eddie says, no problem, man. I got Goddard at tight end tonight. Thinking of... Oh, dude. What? If you can pick up Njoku over Goddard, you smash that right now. Don't even think about it. Do not think about that. I'm starting Njoku over Goddard easily this week. Every week, yeah. Kylie says, Henry, Kraft, or Johnny. I'm going Kraft, but I really like Hunter Henry versus the Rams, too. They struggle heavily versus the tight end. John's like a sneaky play, but he just doesn't get the snap share. He's not out there enough. He's only like 50-60%. So when you look at, Henry and Kraft, they're 70-80%. You get more opportunity. You get more, timing on the field. I'd rather play that than the small play. What's up, Tyler? Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna ask, am I like over the top on both Demario Douglas and Drake May this week? I have Demario Douglas as my wide receiver 13 and Drake May as my QB 9.
I think Demario Douglas is way too high. Sure.
Really? Against the Rams?
They just kind of locked up Waddle and Hill. They have a
Yeah,
great
but
coaching
they also
team.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like Douglas a lot this week. I think he's gonna absolutely pop.
Okay. Well, what's his yardage at on Pick'ems?
Right now, his longest reception is like under 20. And
this.
Jamar Chase's longest reception is 23.5. We've never seen that.
He's gonna smash it. Start 2 from Tyler, Ramondre, D-Hop, and Jennings. Man, I'm high on D-Hop this week, even in a bad matchup. I think he's going to see a ton of volume. I think it's going to be a shootout game. I know most people are kind of down on D-Hop. I'm not down on D-Hop. And I'd probably go Ramondre. I know Juan Jennings look good out there still, but I'd rather have the points that I know that are going to be there. I mean, fuck, who do you like, Ramondre or Jennings?
I'm going to go with Ramondre, man. It's the Rams defense. They're fucking awful.
Right, they struggle versus the run, but Seattle struggles versus the pass. Impossible shootout game.
For sure. But, like, there's also Kittle, Pearsall, obviously Debo, CMC. It's, like, tough to project Juan Jennings, especially if he's, like, banged up after every route that he runs.
Right. He got insane target share, though, too. I mean, I like them all. So, I mean, I think you're in a good situation, Tyler, but I think I go Ram and D-Hop. Mm-hmm. Peyton says 14-man league. Is Khalil Herbert or Zamir White worth stashing? I would say Zamir White is worth stashing over Herbert.
I'd like him for a touchdown.
And I would say if you have Chase Brown, I would get Khalil Herbert. Disco likes him for a touchdown. He got a touchdown last week. Dude, Antonio Pierce has been saying that the Raiders are going to get more involved. It's going to be more Zamir White. And I don't know what the hell is going on.
I think the bye week is really going to help him, especially with, just getting him right from the injury. I like him. I like him a lot this week, actually. And he's plus 500 for an anytime touchdown, which is fucking huge odds.
I like that. Peanut Butter Jelly says Debo treats Seattle like a kicker who Debo's about to pound on him.
I love that.
Should I start Devonta Smith or Tillman from Rel Vega? I'm going Tillman here, bro. And I know it's Devonta Smith's birthday night. We talked about that earlier in the stream. I think Tillman's volume is just too good.
I'm not sitting Devonta ever.
You like Tillman over him?
No, I'm not sitting Devonta Smith ever. Like, Devonta Smith has to always start because of the ability he has as a ceiling play. You know me. I always go for the ceiling.
He likes Devonta Smith on his birthday tonight. I mean, I'm not against either one of them. I mean, you're not in a bad spot. Johnny says, flex D-Hop or J.K. Dobbins. Dude, we found out that J.K. Dobbins is going to lose a couple snaps to Gus Edwards, man. He lost 10 carries to him last week. And that was his first game back. He only played 20% of the snaps and got 10 carries. So, I mean, I don't think J.K. really has the same value he did when he was out. But I'm still going... I like D-Hop a lot, bro. I'm going to stick to it. I like D-Hop this week. Juan says, got offered Brian Robinson Jr., Addison, and Marv Harrison or Kenneth Walker. Jesus. Brian Robinson Jr., Addison, and Marv Harrison for Kenneth Walker. Do you need the depth? I mean, if I need the wide receiver depth, I want Marvin Harrison right now because his schedule's great. But Kenneth Walker, I'm taking over Brian Robinson and Addison all day. Also got offered Debo and Waddle for Kenneth Walker. Should I stick with Ramondre Stevenson and Downs or Jacoby Myers for Debo? I mean, I think I'm keeping K9 out of those offers.
I don't hate the Marvin Harrison Jr. pick, but it's tough to project the other two guys.
Jordan Addison, Brian Robinson.
Yeah, it's tough to project them, especially with Brian Robinson being so injury prone.
Right. Man, I really want to. I'm like Marvin Harrison is like one of the targets I'm going after heavy right now, but K9 is God. It's tough. I feel like when you're trading a running back for two wide receivers, especially this late in the season, I'd rather have the running back, honestly. What's up, Demetrios? Who do I start in my flex? Amari Cooper, Najee Harris, or Travis Etienne? I mean, Etienne is in a terrible matchup, even if Bigsby's out. Najee or Amari Cooper? You going Amari Cooper?
I'm going Cooper for the ceiling.
I think I go Amari Cooper just because Najee Harris matchup's tough. Maybe he falls in the end zone because he's a big body and it's, winter time and that's when he starts to rumble. But I like this Chiefs Bills matchup a lot. Bank says Tua kind of failed this weekend. Ride with him or drop him. Waiver options are Smith, Rodgers, Winston, and Richardson. I mean, you still get 2 good matchups here for the Dolphins coming up, and they're about to save their season. So if they can beat, look at this. So I was looking at a bunch of Tua stuff as well here. If they can beat the Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots back-to-back at home, they'll be back in 5-6 in the mix. So then your fantasy team really becomes relevant. Then they get a tough match with Green Bay. Then they get the Jets, who possibly out of it by then. Then the Texans in a possible shootout. The Niners in Cleveland. I mean,
I'm going A-Rich. 100% I'm going A-Rich. If A-Rich is available on your waivers, pick him up over Tua. You get the rushing upside. There's no way you're not going to get the rushing upside, no matter how good the matchups are.
I know, but would you start? I have this situation in my league right here, dude. Do you like Tua over A-Rich or A-Rich over Tua versus the Jets?
A-Rich, 100%.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not even like,
So
I'm not
here's
even
mine.
thinking twice about it.
A-Rich. Oh wait, this is the wrong one.
You got to think about it this way. Tua, the reason why he got
A-Rich.
killed is because their O-line is absolutely fucking terrible, right? And their O-line right now is going against one of the best pass rushes in football. Yes, the Raiders have sucked, but Max Crosby coming off of a rest week, I fear for Tua Tagovailoa's life this week.
Yeah,
Anthony Richardson at least has the ability to run for his life, and he's built like a brick shithouse. I'm going A-Rich all fucking day and rest of the season, and it's not even close.
Wow, I like that. Okay, yeah. I mean, fuck, he throws so many picks though. God, it's rough.
I mean, the rushing upside is like
It is.
You got to take the good with the bad.
Full PPR, Amari Cooper. Yeah, we're going to Amari Cooper on that one, Demetrius. I know, Fang, but yeah, Winston or Rodgers, no way. I'm going Richardson. I agree with Disco on that. EB says Aaron Jones, Devonta Smith, Tony Pollard, Purcell, BTJ, or Jay Season. Dude, you should be trading to tier up if you have this many options for your flex, bro. Aaron Jones, I'm going with Aaron Jones. Devonta Smith, Tony Pollard, Purcell, BTJ, or Jay Season. I'm going Aaron Jones even if he's banged up in this game. You like Devonta Smith over Aaron Jones?
Yes, sir.
He likes Devonta Smith over Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is like hurt. Like hurt.
I know.
Like he's gonna play, but he's hurt. So
I know. Yeah, we
I
probably see a lot of
don't
Cam
like that
makers
at all.
too. And Tony Pollard has a tough matchup. Purcell is interesting. BTJ has no quarterback. Jay Season is interesting. It's either Devonta Smith, Aaron Jones, or Jay Season or Purcell, but I'd go Aaron Jones. He's leaning Devonta Smith. I think it's close. Mike says Mike Williams or Xavier Worthy in the flex. Laporta is not out yet. He just hasn't practiced. He's missed 2 days in a row. I don't even think they're going to need him versus Jacksonville. So, could he be out there? Yeah, but is he going to be out there, limited? I'm trying to stay away from Laporta at all costs this week. But I would go Xavier Worthy or Mike Williams. Xavier Worthy's. I never say to start Xavier Worthy. He's terrible.
Xavier Worthy for me, man.
You got to go Xavier Worthy in that situation because the Bills game. And Mike Williams is playing limited. I know the matchup's great versus the Ravens, but I'd still go with Xavier.
The best matchup in football. I'm still going Xavier.
For Xavier?
Yeah.
I mean, he's just not a route runner.
It's great because I bought him low.
Yeah, that's true. Do I dare ask a kicker question? Do I trust Justin Tucker? Dude, Justin Tucker has not been making any kicks past 50 yards. I've dropped him in dynasty leagues, bro. Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels from Mike. You still got to go JD5. Dude, the upside is too high, even in a tough matchup. Marvin says, go ahead.
I was going to say, by the way, Bo Nix's prop is currently at 11.5 rushing yards, and last I checked, it was 18.5 completions again. And I don't know if you know this, Atlanta gives up over 25 completions per game.
Oh, yeah, they funnel passes. I like that. I'm locking that in right now. Marv says Herbert or Wilson. God, I love them both, bro. I have Russell ranked higher, so I got to stick to my guns, go Russell Wilson, but I love that situation here, and I love both QBs this week.
Where do you have Russ ranked this week?
6.
I got him QB2.
He's got him QB2. There you go. Yeah. So I have Russ 6 and Herbert 7 in my rankings. So I mean,
Heard.
Sean says Patty or Bo Nix. I think I go Bo Nix. Honestly,
Going Patty.
going Pat. I did say start Patty this week. I've only said start him 2 weeks. The other time was Tampa Bay. The only time he popped 20. I guess I go. Yeah, you talked me into. I go Patty because dude, they're playing Josh Allen.
I just said I'm going Patty.
I know, but they're playing Josh Allen. You got two of the biggest superstars on the planet going at it. You got to get Patrick Mahomes out there. Devin says Romeo Dubs or Juan Jennings. I'm going Juan Jennings. I never want to start Romeo Dubs.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the need to and want to, but like, he's so tough to project. He's a better bat phone guy.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't see the super chat. Thank you, Cali Kid. What's up? My man means the world, brother. Need one Gonzalez or Mooney. Man, the Redskins are getting a lot of Commanders are getting a lot of field goals. But Moody just missed 3 last week. I know it was his first game back. I mean, I'd probably go 49ers just because I think it's going to be a higher scoring game. I'd probably go with Moody. But, I mean, I'm not against going with the Zane.
I'd be scared to get my ass kicked from Debo's.
Yeah, see, Debo's gonna come after him, choke him out, dude.
I love him. I love him so much.
EB says Stroud or Russ. We both have Russ in the baller tier, bro. So if there's a quarterback question that's like Russell Wilson, I'll just like address it like this. The only quarterback I have really like in my mind that's over Russell Wilson is Lamar Jackson because he's just unbelievable.
Yeah,
that's about
Lamar
it.
Jackson's QB1, Russ is QB2.
Yeah, so there you go. Thanks for the advice. Appreciate y'all. Got you, Johnny. Ronnie says full PPR for the flex. Swift, QJ, or Ridley. I love Ridley again, bro. He is seeing so much. He's seen the #1 volume in fantasy football over the past 3 weeks. There's no way you're benching Calvin Ridley.
Not touching him.
You're not touching him even after 20, 18, and 50 targets?
Right. Speaking of obscene targets, is Devontae Adams playing this week?
It's questionable right now. So, I mean,
I
think he's going to be okay.
His targets have been fucking obscene.
Yeah, he's funneling to him.
Yeah, obscene.
Jerry Bagshaw, what's up, Jerry? Shout out to you, my guy, Jaden Reeder Tillman. I'm going Tillman. Jaden Reed's been struggling, and they have a freaking terrible matchup at Chicago. And you know how, like, once they fire a coach, teams just come out fired up. I could honestly see the Bears upsetting the Packers for some reason this week, just because that's how it happens.
Who do you think I'm going to answer and why?
I know you're going with Jaden Reed for the upside. I know that every time.
For the ceiling, yep.
For the ceiling, yeah. Eric says, I need 1 for this week and 2 for the rest of the season. Gino and Tua rostered. May, AR5, and Stafford are on waivers. I'm picking up AR5 off waivers 100%, and I would keep Tua over Gino.
I would take AR and May and get rid of both of those bums.
You take Drake May with a tough schedule the rest of the way?
Hell yeah.
He's a
Kid's
Patriots
a tough
fan.
kid.
He's a Patriots
He's a tough
fan.
kid. Hey. You know for a fact, I was the first one to say sell high on Ramondre, and like I've been fucking happy that I sold high on him. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, Drake May, he's better than his matchups. He is better than his matchups. He's gonna ball out, and I didn't know his rushing upside was like I knew he could run, but he could run. You know what I mean? There's a difference between running and run.
232 rushing yards in 5 games.
Yeah, he can run, right? And that's the upside I look for in a quarterback in fantasy football. So if he's free on your waivers, I'm picking him up all day, every day.
I like that. Peanut butter jelly, I am on board 100%. I think Marvin Harrison is going to win fantasy football down the stretch for people. Dude, their schedule was so tough to start, and now it's cakewalk, bro. Mauricio says, hi, start Pitts or Goddard. I'm starting Pitts all day over Goddard. Denver Broncos funnel the 4th most passes in the NFL across the middle in between the hashes. They dominate on the outside. That is where Pitts lives, is in the middle. Give me Pitts all day on that one. Marvin says, well, shit, big draft energy is all over A-Rich. Should I drop Wilson or Herbert? I'm not dropping Wilson.
Don't drop Wilson.
No.
Don't drop Wilson.
Wilson's schedule is too good. Herbert's schedule is also good. I'm still holding both.
Yeah, Wilson's in a whole different tier right now. You can't really fucking drop him.
Yeah. And their schedule's great, except for Philly. That's it.
Like right now in my big league, the Super Bowl league, I'm contemplating Jalen Hurts or Russell Wilson this week.
Jalen Hurts, I would take Russell Wilson.
Yep, that's who I'm leaning. But like Twitter, 333 people voted. And a lot of people got mad and said, who would possibly do? So I'm playing Jalen Hurts. And if I'm wrong, and Jalen Hurts is wrong, I'm going to shit on everybody in that comment section. 100%. Can't wait.
So here you go, bro. Look at this, guys. This is Russell Wilson's schedule from here on out. So he plays Washington, he drops 18. He gets Baltimore twice, the worst versus the wide receiver, second worst versus the quarterback. Gets Cleveland, Cincy, Philly, KC. And they have a defense that gets them the ball back nonstop. So go get Russell Wilson if he is on your waiver wire. Thank you for the super chat again, Callie. Oh, I skipped over Sir King. I'm in a 12-man league right now, and my sister has Jordan Love. I don't like Jordan Love this week for Chicago. Justice Hill, Jerome Ford. That's terrible running backs. Jesus. Wide receiver 1, DJ Moore. 2, Jalen Tolbert. Jonnu Smith, Demario Douglas, and a kicker. That team is losing. 100%. Hate to break it to you. It's not going to go well. Demetrio says, another league. Who do I start in my flex? J.K. Dobbins, D-Hop, or Nick Chubb? I like Nick Chubb a lot this week versus Saints.
I love Nick Chubb. He's one of my favorite anytime touchdown props.
I'm really high on Nick Chubb this week. Worthy or Marv? Dude, Valdez Scantling cannot do that again, right? Disco? Is he going for 2 touchdowns again?
I didn't think he could do that once.
Yeah, I go on Worthy. I can't trust Valdez Scantling, bro.
Marquez Valdez Scantling. I love the name.
What's up, Jackson? Says Rome or Ricky at flex. I'm going Ricky over Rome. I don't trust the Bears' new OC in the situation that ever had the shootout game with the 49ers. And Kraft or Taysom Hill. Man, I kind of like Taysom Hill this week. Where are you at on Taysom Hill?
I love Tucker Kraft this week.
So do I. I have them both on starts.
I love Tucker Kraft this week.
Over Knicks or over Taysom?
Yeah. Taysom is never really like a guy for me.
He had an 88-yard touchdown called back last week though too.
I know. And like the opposition's way different this week.
Yeah, I think I go Kraft. That's the only weak spot that the Bears have is tight end, man. I'm going Kraft. EB says Kirk, Bo Nix, or Herbert. I'm going Herbert easy. Dude, Herbert's a smash play this week, guys. They've been passing 30-plus attempts since the bye. Everyone's back out there healthy. Defense getting healthy, except for I don't know about Khalil Mack, but I'm going Herbert as a definite smash play. Johnny 2 says Otten viable with Evans coming back. 100% Otten is still viable. 100%. Bayou Bengal in the building. Make sure you guys check out the Bayou Bengal Fantasy Football Network. Smash him a sub on YouTube. Make sure you go like some of his videos. Drops great content. What is good, Bengal? How we doing today? EB says, also, I sent that same roster and asked who I should trade away. I know you said roster was all good. Send it again, EB, if I missed it. I'm rolling through so many questions, bro. My bad. Marvin says, guys, big dog, you missed the second half of my question. Which one? Herbert or Wilson start 2? So Herbert and Wilson are both smashes. We said Wilson. We said Wilson was our QB2. We said Debo was a start. And Mooney, Shakir, or Higgins? I like Shakir. I want that Chiefs game, man. I think it's going to be high scoring. Who do you like on that one, Disco?
Fuck. I'm going to go Higgins just because I don't love Mooney this week. And I also don't love Shakir this week. And I hate seeing Higgins.
Here's what's interesting. Peep this real quick before we move on here. Look at this. I saw Debro come through with a nasty stat tweet. Okay. So hang on. Will Disley week. I know. I saw that. I'll catch up with the questions here. Well, here you go. Okay. So Khalil Shakir will get peppered this week. KC has the third highest rate of too high at 61.3% since week 7. Versus too high, Khalil Shakir has averaged a 40.5% first read share versus slot. Their second highest fantasy points allowed to the slot and fourth highest receiving yards game allowed to the slot receiver. That's why I like Khalil Shakir.
That could also be the tight end as well, right? Because it's the exact same opportunity to split.
Yeah, but which tight end? Dawson Knox or Kincaid? You don't know how it's going to go yet. But
I'd be leaning Kincaid if Kincaid's healthy. He becomes a top 5 tight end if healthy.
Yeah, I firmly agree with that. Franklin says Jordan Love and ETN for Kyler Murray. God, Jordan Love has such a good playoff schedule, bro. I know Kyler does too. I mean, dude, you gotta look at it like this. So I've seen the Packers schedule, right? if you're already in the playoffs and you're like in contention, I don't know if I'd be making that move because you get Detroit, Seattle, New Orleans, Minnesota. These are some of the worst pass defenses. Even though they show red, Minnesota gives up so many yards. It's crazy. So does Detroit, so does Seattle, so does New Orleans.
But Detroit doesn't give up touchdowns.
Yeah, but this Packers offense is loaded. I mean, yeah. True. When you get Arizona, you get New England, who's actually tough. Then you get Carolina, who's bad, than the Rams. You still get Seattle, Minnesota. I mean, fuck, they're both good schedules, bro. Yep. I mean, who would you rather have rest of the season, Jordan Love or Kyler?
Jordan Love, easily.
I think I'm sticking Jordan Love as well. Sir King says Higgins or Mooney. I'm going Higgins there. I think you're going Higgins as well. Brian says, who should I start, Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts? I'm going with Hurts. Hurts for sure. I agree as well.
Great problems.
Yeah, good problems to have. Gilberto says DJ Moore or Josh Downs.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore with the new OC. Are we buying low everywhere on this? I'm trying to.
I'm trying to as well. I just bought very low on Caleb Williams in our dynasty, which is fucking.
I saw that. So
like Caleb Williams in dynasty. Come on.
Is it Ben Thomas from? Isn't he from the not Shanahan, McVay tree? The new OC?
I don't know if he's from the McVay tree. I know he's from the Matt Reich tree. And he was absolutely atrocious last year, calling the passing plays. But like then again, Carolina is also the worst team in football last year, and close to it this year as well. So I don't know. Like I think schematically it should be sound, and if we're talking about advantageous matchups, one of the Bears wide receivers should find the end zone. Who's it going to be?
Okay, so yeah,
find out.
Here you go. I freaking knew it. Bears new play caller Thomas Brown. Get to know him. The future from his Rams days. So he is from the McVay tree. When asked about Brown, McVay said that he has always had the bigger picture perspective. I don't know how I knew that, but somehow. I think it's going to help DJ Moore. I think I'm going DJ Moore. Demetrio says, Superflex, which two do I start? Jordan Love, Mahomes, or Geno Smith? I probably go Mahomes and Geno Smith. It's the only week I really don't like Jordan Love, even coming off a bye. The Bears in Soldier Field is going to be tough. They're number one versus the quarterback and number one in the red zone too. That's a tough play for me this week with Jordan Love. He's going Downs easily. I like DJ Moore, Sir King, in that situation with new OC.
Yeah, like
Bandit, we're in cord, brother, if you want to hop in. Jerry Bagshaw with Breece Hall versus smash matchup versus Indy, or David Montgomery, who could rush for 3 touchdowns against Mac Jones and the Jags. You got to get both of them into your lineup, Jerry.
My only concern with David Montgomery and any of the players from Detroit is, like, what if it's an absolute blowout early and they just play like Craig Reynolds?
That's what I'm saying. Well, he'll still get 15 touches and 2 touchdowns. Either way. I mean, does he have a single game all year without one?
I think he's got a couple without one.
David Montgomery. Okay. He has 2 games without it versus Green Bay and Minnesota.
Yeah.
And then he has 9 touchdowns on the year. Good God. There's no way you're not trying to get both of them in there, Jerry. Who are your other options? You got to get Breece and Monty in your lineup together. Chef in the building. Shout out to my guy. Thanks for joining the show last Saturday, man. It was amazing having you on. I don't know what we're doing for this Sunday, but I'm down to plan something out again. Marvin says 2 running back spots in a flex. Henry, Saquon, Achane is always a start. Oh my God, dude, is this real, Marv? This is your 4 running backs: Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Achane, and Chubb. Bro, put the 4 names in the hat. Pick one out. Whoever does it, whoever comes out. Those are all starts, bro. I mean, I even like Chubb a lot this week, dude. And you know Henry scores every single game. He hasn't missed a game this year without scoring. Saquon is unbelievable. Achane has an unbelievable matchup. I'd start them all. Breece Hall over Montgomery any day. For sure, Breece Hall over Montgomery. But he's talking about, I'd get Montgomery in there too, though. Montgomery's in for a big game. Moet says, best options at flex 12-man 0.5 PPR is Pop Douglas. Dude, you missed the beginning of the show. Disco thinks that Pop Douglas is having a week. I'm going to get on board with it because I don't like any of those names on there anyways. Elijah Moore, Noah Brown, Anthony Addison, I'm going with Pop D.
Let's go.
Stafford or Purdy from EB? That's Purdy. Easy, bro. Purdy. Kirby says, what's up, bro? Yo, Waddle, CD Lamb, Tank Dell, and Josh Downs. Who you sitting? Dude. Waddle, CD Lamb.
You're sitting Waddle. I know you're sitting Waddle. CD Lamb, sorry. I know for a fact you're sitting CD.
I don't like CD Lamb at all with the situation they're in. But, I mean, I think I'm still starting him over fucking Waddle.
Yeah, I'm not sitting CD Lamb ever.
I'm going CD Lamb, Josh Downs, Waddle, or Tank Dell. Oh. Who do you like there?
What's the question?
Waddle or Tank Dell?
Oh, fuck. Based off of game script, I'm sitting Tank Dell.
Because I think they blow him out?
It's not that I think they're going to blow him out. I just think it's going to be more of a Joe Mixon game and a Nico Collins game than Tank Dell. And it's like...
I think it's a Joe Mixon game all the way, bro. I 100% do.
Yeah, so because I think it's those two guys, Nico and Joe Mixon, I kind of can't really ride the Tank Dell train.
All right, well, I'm with that. I'm going to sit Tank Dell on that. I'm definitely going to start Lamb and Josh Downs. It is between Waddle and Tank Dell for me. I'd rather go Waddle just because I really do think you're going to see a ton of Joe Mixon this week, like 25, 30 touches. Marvin Allen says, I forgot to throw D-Hop in the mix. I'm 6-4 in this league, tight, and I'm trying to go on a run. Dude, I love D-Hop this week. I'm high on D-Hop this week. I think it's going to be a shootout game. I would definitely get D-Hops in there for sure, Marvin, if I could. What's up, Dylan? Full PPR. Set my lineup. 1 QB, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex. I'm going Justin Herbert. I love Justin Herbert this week, man. He's balling out. They get a great matchup. I'm going with K9 because he always kills the Niners. I'm just trying to break it out here. I'm going with Hunter Henry over Ferguson. Easy there. The Cowboys are just done. I'm going with Terry McLaurin. I'm going with D-Hop. And I'm going with my other running back, Dobbins or Jacobs. I gotta go Josh Jacobs, even in a tough matchup. Dobbins lost a lot of work to Gus last week.
Josh Jacobs is one of my favorite plays this week at running back. I have him as a top 9.
There you go. He has Josh Jacobs in the top 10 right there. So I'm with that. EB says, Lad, Purcell, dude, George Pickens should be in your starting lineup everywhere, every single team you have him on. The only player I like over George Pickens this week is Jamar Chase. That's it for wide receiver. Yeah, George Pickens is going to the moon. Garrett Wilson, scary. Garrett Wilson, scary, or Terry, or JK. So I think that's scary Terry. Lad, I like Lad this week too. Need 2 wide receivers in a flex. So definitely Pickens, definitely Garrett Wilson, and scary Terry. Ryan says, would you trade away Tua and James Cook for Jaden Daniels and Tyrone Tracy? I'd do that in a heartbeat, Ryan. Tyrone Tracy is about to win fantasy leagues down the stretch with his schedule coming, and Jaden Daniels is the ultimate ceiling play over Tua. Kai says, need 2. Love, Goff, or Russ. I'm definitely starting Russ 100%. I'd probably go... I mean, Goff has such a great matchup, but I think the game script's not going to tend to a lot of passing for the Lions. I mean, Love or Goff, who do you like there, Disco?
I'm going right with you with the game script concept. I'm leaning Love as well.
Love. I'm going Love. Tim Cox says, need 3 in full PPR. Devonta Smith, Debo, 100%. I'd go Debo, Hopkins, and Devonta Smith for sure. Juwan Jennings is more of a 3rd, 4th target. Even though he had a decent game, I'm still leaning Debo. He crushes Seattle every time. Chef says, Brown took over for Carolina last year and called their last 6 games. Oh, so that's when they kind of turned it around. I didn't know that. I just knew he was from the Shanahan tree. That's the information drop that Chef drops. Make sure you drop my guy a follow on Twitter right there. Chef-TPTB, the guy.
Okay, I don't get me wrong. I love Chef as much as the next guy, but did they really turn it around?
They kind of did at the end, yeah?
Elaborate. Stand on this.
Their offense went from 100 yards a game to 200. That's turning it around.
Oh, fuck. So good. Okay.
Something's better than nothing.
All right. Shit.
I mean, fuck, they were terrible, bro. So that's a good point, though, Chef. I like that. Mr. Magic says 7-3, tied for 2nd. Do I buy low on CeeDee Lamb? I am not. I see all these Twitter posts. Buy low on CeeDee Lamb. Why would you buy low on CeeDee Lamb? I need chat to tell me why you would buy low on CeeDee Lamb right now. Trey Lance sucks.
Yeah,
he went in there and threw a pick right to the guy's face on the first play of the game. Come on. He's there for the rushing upside, not for the passing. Seba says JD5, CMC, Mixon, Nico, Cup, and Joku. My God, that team is going to be tough to beat, bro. Aaron Jones, Packers, D, Commanders, kicker. I don't know if you're going to get beat. I mean, Joe Mixon's going bananas. CMC went out and got 88% snaps on his first game, and Joku's one of my favorite tight ends down the stretch. Cooper Kupp is my guy. If you've been subscribed to my channel, he's my favorite fucking player. Packers D. I don't really like the Packers D this week though. I'm not super high on them, not super low on them. They're kind of in the middle. I would like if you guys are looking ahead, Tampa Bay is a great defense to grab right now. They have 3 cakewalk matches coming up. I really like the Miami Dolphins versus the Raiders this week as well. And if you can get Minnesota, Jesus, dude. Will Levis was just sacked 7 times by the Chargers, and the Vikings blitz more than they do. So he's in big trouble. Mr. Magic says, start 3, Jones, D-Hop, Smith, Jacobs, Tillman. So, start 3. Tillman, I love Tillman. I like D-Hop. I like Jacobs. God, you got to start making some trades, Magic. You drop so many flex plays of great players. And the trade deadline's this week, man. Got to make the moves. I'm going Tillman, Jacobs, and Devonta Smith. I'm going to sit D-Hop and Jones on this one. Emmy says Drake London, Devonta Smith, Lamb, Higgins if he plays BTJ, and Terry McLaurin pick 2 and a flex. So Devonta Smith, Lamb, and Terry McLaurin. I mean, I'm not going to start Drake London versus PS2. He's back to shadowing, and he's the best in the league at it. I think it's going to be a rough day for Drake London. Eric says, I'm 7-3 playoff bound, probably playoff bound. Issue is I have 0 depth. I'm starting AR5 or May, Henry, A-Chain, Flowers, Nico, Taysom, or Gesicki, and Connor the rest of the season. You should definitely try and get, a couple depth pieces here. I mean, you need a bench. No, we're still not even 3-4 weeks away from the playoffs. Any injury could happen. So I'd get my handcuffs, try and trade low for Jalen Wright. I'd try and snag a little Justice Hill piece here for cheap if I could. And definitely with James Conner, you want to get Trey Benson because he's coming on here late in the season. Millette Mill says, thank you, family added. Thank you. Gilbert says, Boswell or Gonzalez. Dude, Boswell. Boswell is just defense, gets him the ball back 24/7. High scoring game with the Ravens. I want Boswell. Pop D or Purcell, Disco. Woo!
Is it even a question, sir?
Pop Douglas. I like Purcell. He likes Pop D. I don't know. I mean, Pop Douglas' touchdown upside is very low. I'd rather go for the guy that got his first one and get more involved, but Pop D could have a big game.
I like Pop D for fucking anytime touchdown.
Break down why you like it. I want to hear it. I want to hear this.
Okay, so let's look at targets between him and the other wide receivers. He's got almost 28 more targets than the next wide receiver. I believe he's at 53, and Booty's at second with 20-something.
Booty's been more productive.
Booty's been more productive as of late, but
yeah.
Douglas is still getting. And if we're looking at first reads, he's at 18%, and the rest of the team is at the next closest is at 9%. So the volume's there, the work's there. The Rams give up top 3 upside when it comes to receiving touchdowns to opposing wide receivers. They give up almost 1.5 receiving touchdowns on a weekly basis, if I'm not mistaken. And they also give up top 5 receiving yards to opposing wide receivers in terms of chunk plays. It's all screaming Demario Douglas chunk plays, and I love the opportunity, and it's a very, very good matchup for him.
There you go.
One of the Patriots wide receivers is going to absolutely eat, and I'm betting on Demario Douglas.
That's why you subscribe to Big Draft Energy's channel right there. That's why you follow the Twitter. That was good. I mean, I like all that. It's just, God, he's just, it's tough. I need consistency, damn it. So I'm gonna go Pop D based off that right there, but I like Purcell better, but I'm gonna go Pop D based on that. Ryan says Bo, Nick, Russ, or Tua or Russ. Sorry, Bo. Russ is gonna light it up the rest of the way here. His schedule's absolute gold, Ryan. Marvin says start 2. D-Hop, Shakir, Mooney, Higgins, or Debo. I'm going Debo 100%. Debo should not ever be like a question of start. He should always be a must start.
Facts.
If I'm going D-Hop, Shakir, Mooney, Higgins, I'm going D-Hop over Higgins. I do like Shakir out of the slot, but I think D-Hop's touchdown upside is higher. Who do you like out of D-Hop or Higgins?
I don't know why you like D-Hop so much this week.
I do. I think the shootout game is here, and I think it's just when you have Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, I want every part of that game. And this is the only week I kind of like Xavier Worthy.
For sure. Yeah, that's why I like Xavier Worthy. D-Hop is tough to project.
Right. Marvin says, love you guys.
I like it.
Posting you guys on my Instagram. My guy, Marvin, let me know your Instagram. I'll drop you a follow on there, brother. Emmy says, Russell Wilson, Love, or Justin Herbert. It's either Russell Wilson or Herbert, and we have Russell so high. Russell Wilson, bro. But Justin Herbert's a great play as well.
I have Russ over Jalen Hurts this week.
Yeah, he has Russ over Jalen Hurts. I have Russ at 6. So
I have him at 2.
You have him at 2. Yeah, fucking Russ is going off this week. Pittman, Tank Pittman, I'm not even thinking about. Tank, Devonta Smith, ETN, Pop, or Purcell. Need 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Devonta Smith is definitely the one. We just talked about Pop or Purcell. We took Pop over Purcell. But if Tank Bigsby is out, which he could be, do you like Pop Douglas over Tank Bigsby, even in a bad matchup? Disco.
You said if Tank Dell's out?
No, so Tank Bigsby hasn't practiced. If Tank Dell is out, do you like Pop Douglas over ETN? In a tough matchup versus the Lions.
Absolutely.
You still like Pop over ETN?
Yeah, if we're talking about ceiling play, yeah. I'm that's the ultimate ceiling play. If I were to go anywhere else, it would be a floor play. And I don't like the floor.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think ETN's in for a tough matchup. I mean,
it's as tough as it gets. There's no production there. But I mean, like, then again, game script is going to rely on him heavily regardless of Tank Bigsby playing or not. So he could get a lot of volume and a lot of work. And I mean, who had Mac Jones vulturing a touchdown from ETN last week?
Right,
I sure as hell didn't do that. And I call some pretty fucking outlandish shit, like Dak Prescott getting fucking hurt. I did not see Mac Jones being the only touchdown that game. I did not see it happening.
That was ridiculous. Yeah, I'm swapping Miami for sure, Siva, and I'm also in every league I can. If I have a bench spot that I don't need or a player I'm not using that I'm just holding, I'm trying to grab Tampa Bay to look ahead because, dude, you gotta look at this, bro. So, I think it's I think E has him in my league. So, and everyone's stashing him. So look, see, they're stashed here on his team. Look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive schedule moving forward. Giants, Carolina, Raiders, Dallas, Carolina. 5 out of those 6. You get the Chargers in week 15. That's the first playoff game. This is the best defense you can own in fantasy football down the stretch here. Mr. Maddox says, I was offered DK, Mason, Waddle. So DK, Jordan Mason. I don't think that even really matters. Waddle or Tillman, Jacobs, and Smith. I have CMC, so that's why Mason matters. So DK, Mason, and Waddle for Tillman, Josh Jacobs, and Devonta Smith. I think I'm leaning the Josh Jacobs, Tillman, Devonta Smith side over DK, Mason, and Waddle for sure. Victor Lopez, Sam Darnold, or Bo Nix rest of the season. Bo Nix. Sam Darnold's run is over. The schedule gets very hard for the Vikings here. You'd rather have Bo Nix rushing upside as well.
What did I tell you about Sam Darnold?
He's still 7-2, but yeah, you're right.
I don't care. He's fallen off. Season's over.
Ryan says start 3, James Cook, McLaurin, and or start 3, and you gave me 3, James. So you said start 3, James Cook, McLaurin, and or Tyreek Hill. If it's 2 out of those 3 you meant, I'll assume that it is. I'm gonna go with God, James Cook has a tough matchup versus the Chiefs, but still, there can be no one out there besides him and Amari. We don't know about the tight end situation. I'd probably go McLaurin and Tyreek Hill still. I like the upside. McLaurin's been popping. I think I'd go with that. I think Tyreek's going to finally have that game at home versus the Raiders where you get a Tyreek Hill blow-up game here. Jammed Out says, okay, start a flex. Brian Robinson Jr., Eckler, or D-Hop. I'm going D-Hop in that situation. The Eagles are number 4 versus the running back. It's very tough. They have a great front 7. He could still fall in the end zone, yeah. But I just like that shootout game possibility of Josh Allen and Mahomes. Chef says he's Demaro Douglas most weeks, but Disco says this week he returns to Pop Douglas. Bring the bling. He's no Demaro this week, bro. He's Pop. I like that. Mahomes as a QB in a 2 QB league. Can I stack in D-Hop? I love that. Yeah. I'm on D-Hop having a big game this week. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I'm not buying that it's going to be under 50 points. There's no way. Josh, when you have Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes on the same field, it's going to be amazing, bro. Whew, we're flying through it. See you, Marv. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Victor says we have faith in Devonta Smith tonight. It's his birthday tonight, Victor. It is his birthday. So there's that, too. I'm not starting any defense versus the Bengals offense right now, Emmy, at all. No shot in hell. Joe Burrow is on a tear. Jamar Chase is unguardable. And now they get Higgins back. No shot. James says, should I trade Zay Flowers and Jalen Waddle for C.D. Lamb? Huh. Dude, who would you rather have, guys? Zay Flower and Jalen Waddle or C.D. Lamb? Are they gone? I think they're gone. I lost Bandit and Disco. They're muted out. Okay.
No, I'm here. I'm going to C.D. Lamb easily.
C.D. Lamb. I think I'm going to C.D. Lamb on that one as well, even though it sucks. And I mean, if you're trying to trade C.D. Lamb right now and you own him, what can you really get for him, right? So that's not bad. Yeah, I'm going to C.D. Lamb. What about the Falcons defense? I mean, you get at Denver. Denver's somehow not a bad team. I thought they'd be way worse. The Falcons defense, they got to get a new defensive coordinator or something. They have 5 superstar names on their defense. Their defense is terrible. So I don't think I could go with the Falcons D at all either. I can't say start him. I don't like him this week. Magic says, would you do Jacobs and Smith for JT to get Jonathan Taylor? If you're in a 10-man league, I'm smashing that trade. If you're in a 12-man, I'm holding Jacobs and Smith. Nathan says, thank you again for all your work sleeves. What order would you flex Ricky, Ridley, Downs, or Purcell? Dude, I'm Ridley all the way. Ridley is seeing the #1 volume in fantasy football, and people are scared to start this guy. Like, you just have to see this. Since the trade of D-Hop, there is no wide receiver in the NFL right now that has had more targets, more yards, and more touchdowns. Oh, sorry, he only has 2 touchdowns than Calvin Ridley. Look at this. 30. So he's at 32 targets. He's at 313 yards. And people are, and now you're playing the defense that gives up the most yards to the wide receiver. Start Calvin Ridley. Everybody. Ridley. What if I start Devonta Smith tonight? Can I still trade him because my deadline is this week? I don't think you can trade a player that is locked in. Depends on your settings. I don't know, how that works. Nathan said, should I keep Aubrey? I dropped Aubrey, man. I've dropped Aubrey in a couple leagues now. I hate to say it, but I don't think they're going to be getting to the red zone or getting to the 50-yard line at this point for the Cowboys. I think it's going to be really, really ugly. Woo! But we're caught up. All right, Bandit, what do you got? Who do you like for pick'ems this week? I'm out of breath.
The whole week I haven't looked at anything.
You haven't looked at any bets? Disco, what do you got this week? Any locks? We can make a card real quick for tonight. So here's what I have so far. I have AJ Brown 82.5, and then the longest rushes for Jalen Hurts and Jaden Daniels. So 13.5.
All I have for tonight is Jaden Daniels under his passing touchdowns and Saquon's rush yards.
You like the 98 or 96.5?
No, I took it last night at 89.5. I'm not. I mean, I think he'll get it, but bro, I can't do it. It's just so high betting on a 100-yard rusher, So.
I know. Okay, so
I got a free ticket here though. Free $5 ticket on.
I used it. So here you go. So they've been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, so 9 games with a bye. He's had 3 games under 95 yards.
I think he's the best running back in the league under McCaffrey. I think he can get it easily, but I'm not gonna bet on it again. Especially after I already took it at 89.5.
Right.
See.
Ryan says, or James Cook at the flex. I'm going to go back up to Ryan's question. Which one will start 3? Oh, James Cook, McLaurin, Tyreek Hill. You said start 3, though.
So
I'm okay flexing James Cook, yeah. But what are your other options there, Ryan, on that one? So when I go back and read it, it says James start 3, James Cook, McLaurin, and or Tyreek Hill. So that's 3 names. So like, give me who the options are between, and I'll break it down. Still James Cook for me, even though Tyron Tracy's schedule is good. Go ahead.
When we look at Barkley, essentially he's had 2 games under this line. He finished one with 84. Last week he finished with 66. He didn't play at all in the fourth quarter. So if he would have played that fourth quarter, yeah, he got 66 in 3 quarters. So I mean, I think he's gonna have 100 yards easily. To be honest, as long as he plays all 4 quarters.
And Disco thinks that he's brought in to be the killer for that division. I like that call. So what we'll do here, chat, is if you guys have any pick'ems or lines you guys like for tonight's game, so you can drop, say whatever you want. I'll build a times 100 card. I'll put $5 on it. If we hit it as a community, I'll come back in and I'll donate, or whatever it is, $50, $100, whatever it is. If we hit the card.
Who likes John Dotson?
So break me down right now in chat. Drop me a couple lines that you like from tonight's game, and we'll try and work through a little card here as we go through it. We've had this question like 10 times, Nathan. I like Purcell. He likes Downs. I don't have AJ Brown's anytime TD on drafters, Thomas, but I do have his yards. Do you like the 80.5? He gets 100 yards every game he plays healthy. I do like the 80.5.
I think I like Devontae Smith tonight, though. On his birthday.
I didn't trade
56.5.
I didn't trade Mooney and Pitts for Devontae Adams. I didn't need any of them. What do you mean, Thomas? I didn't trade Mooney and Pitts for Devontae Adams. I didn't need any of them. I'm trying to figure out or decipher that one. Devonta Smith, longest reception, 21.5 or 56.5.
I think I like his yards. When I'm looking at his yards here, I mean, blowout game last game, don't even count that, and every other game he's above this line with 60 plus every game. Besides the Giants game where he had 0 yards. I don't really know what happened there.
Okay, so let's look at it like this. So, and they've gotten better since they went single high. So the Commanders, last 3, they give up 315 pass yards per game. So Devonta at 80, Cameron Dicker or Tyler Bass. What's up, Kirby? I mean, that's probably like kicker 8, kicker 9, kicker 10 rankings for me for the rest of the season. So it's very close. I'd probably go with the Bills just because you have Josh Allen, even though Justin Herbert's balling. Chargers have a little better defense. Buffalo's defense is good as well. That's like a coin flip one right there. And then, Tyler Bass sometimes misses. Cameron Dicker's more accurate, so you can look at that way too. That's 50-50 for me on that one. I'd rather have Austin Seibert if he's on your waiver wire, though, the rest of the season. Stash him because the Commanders have a great kicking schedule coming ahead. All right, so back to the card, Bandit. What do you like here? I need to make a one-slip card.
Eckler receiving yards, but I don't know.
Eckler at 16.5. Yeah,
get that in one catch. What's his long? I don't have it, huh? They have the 10.5.
10.5 long or the 16? I'm gonna go with Jaden Daniels rushing yards. I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts rushing yards just to lock in 2 of the quarterback. London. Oh, London's the other one, Ryan. Okay, yeah, dude, I'm going all 3 of those over London. London draws the number 1 corner, the best shadow corner. I'm trying to stay away from Drake London versus Patrick Surtain this week. 100%. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna roll with. I'm gonna roll with under the 50 on Brian Robinson. I don't think he's gonna hit that in his first game back.
Yeah.
So do you think Saquon hits the longest rush of 19.5?
I think he's gonna have another 50-yard rush tonight.
Okay,
40 plus.
Longest rush is
they're allowing A lot of running backs to break one. Everyone besides Najee, pretty much. I think even Warren at like a 17 plus, 16 maybe.
All right, here we go. 5 for 500, chat. If we hit this, we come back and stream tomorrow night. If this card hits right here, you guys are subscribed. That's all you got to do, be a subscriber. And I will give away $50, $100, whatever it is if we hit. And if you are a member, that's $1.99 to be a member, I'll give you 2 names to put in the giveaway tomorrow. And I do this every Thursday or every Sunday as well, too. So we just build a crazy card. What's up, Jose? Knicks or Love? Dude, Knicks. Jordan Love is going up against the #1 defense versus the quarterback, the #1 defense in the red zone. I know it's crazy to say, but I like Bo Nix better than Jordan Love this week. They have a super tough matchup with the Bears. And it's at Soldier Field, new coach. Bears are going to come out flying. And for some reason, I think the Bears are going to win because that new coach bullshit, like the Saints beating the Falcons last week. It's just weird. Thomas, Scary Terry, easy. Scary Terry is always a must-start wide receiver. So here you go. Like, what? People just do not like Terry McLaurin. It's crazy.
I think it has to do with what was going on in the beginning of the season, but that was just based on them getting on the same page.
Terry McLaurin, guys, for chat,
exploding
right now is wide receiver 7 in fantasy football. He only had the first 2 games getting the groove with his quarterback, where he had 3 points and 8 points. Ever since then, he's had 20, 18, 13, 23, 16, 17, 16, 16. Steady as it could be as a wide receiver 1. You're starting Terry McLaurin no matter what the matchup is because he went through tough matchups and still balled out. Nathan said something in his message was gone. Okay. So, fire that again, Nathan. I got you. For the rest of and if it's like a bad type or whatever, you don't got to like delete it. I'll decipher it, figure it out. No, I don't trip like that. All right, so 2-piece Bandit. Who is your 2-piece lock for the game?
They don't have it on drafters. That's the thing.
What is yours? I'll work around it.
I took Jaden Daniels under 1.5 passing touchdowns with Barkley's rush yards.
Okay, so Barkley going 96.5 for Saquonda forever.
I took it at 89.5.
Okay.
I mean, 89, 90, 96, 97, 152, whatever. Saquon Barkley. No matter what.
What's up, Marlon? Is that a Fortnite logo? I like it, bro. Is that the fish? Hey guys, do I do DK, Monty, J Season, and Addison? Damn, that's big names. So DK Metcalf, Monty, J Season, and Addison, or Chan and Marvin Harrison. I'm smashing that trade. Yeah, I'm smashing that trade. Marvin has one of the best schedules down the stretch. Chan has one of the best schedules down the stretch. DK has a decent schedule. Monty has a great schedule, but you're also splitting with Jahmyr Gibbs the whole way. And you didn't even see, Mostert at all. Mostert had 0 carries last week, so he's phased out, which is finally good to see. I don't know why they paid him $10 million not to use him, but they're not using him. So I like that for Chan as well. Nathan says, I have CJ and Tua. I know you've been loving Russell Wilson this week. Should I start them? Yeah, dude, I like Russell Wilson over CJ and Tua by a mile. I don't think it's close. Link is in your DM and Bandit's DM. Got you. So if we're in stream, guys, we got 15 minutes left here. All you got to do is stay in stream, and it will literally take you to our next show. So we're going to Big Draft Energy Show right after mine, and this is where we cover all the pick'ems we like for the games, go game by game. These Thursday streams for me are just for you guys to help you guys with questions and answer whatever you guys need for stardom sit-ups. And then we do like different shows throughout the week. Dude, Victor, I'm glad you caught on to this. Chubb is going to have a big week this week. And this is why I'm like, if you can try and deal Chubb right now in fantasy football, you should be trying to deal Nick Chubb right now in fantasy football. Because Nick Chubb's schedule after this is freaking brutal, bro. So he's going to get the Saints. The Saints are beat up. He's going to pop this week, but it's the trade deadline week, so it kind of hurts you. Then you get Pittsburgh twice, Denver, KC, and Cincy. It's going to be real rough for Nick Chubb for after this week. But, again, you need his, big game that he's going to have this week to help the trade value, and it's too late for the trade value. So that's kind of the problem there. Mo, what's up, my man? CJ Stroud or Matthew Stafford? Man, CJ Stroud, I have him on a stardom. I have Matt Stafford on a stardom. You got to look at it like, do you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to stay in the game versus the Texans? Like, if CJ Stroud doesn't have 2 touchdowns in the first half, you're probably going to see Joe Mixon with 30 touches because the Dallas Cowboys passed for 45 yards last week. And the Texans are going to get after Cooper Rush. So, I mean, CJ Stroud's okay. I'd rather take the play with Stafford where you get Kupp and Puka and maybe the game's a little closer. You're at New England. You're on the road. I think the Texans just run the Cowboys out the building. And I know they got Nico back, which helps a ton, but it's just a bad game script coming, I fear. Okay, Bandit. Here you go. I got one for you. So, where was the guy I wanted to talk about? So, Nick Chubb over the 60. I think this is an absolute lock.
Who are they playing?
The Saints.
Oh, yeah.
And the Saints are just falling apart. But I want one more lock for tonight's game. I have Saquon's rushing at 96.5, bro.
Right. I think Eckler's receiving yards are very doable. I think his rush and receiving, I don't know what it's at, but I think that's might be a better line.
I'm trying to find anything I like on the Commander's side.
Yeah, I don't like much Commander stuff. They don't have his rush receiving for Eckler. I think his receiving is doable. I wouldn't say it's a lock, though.
So, if I'm looking, does Jaden Ertz over the receptions?
Not my fucking touching.
Let me pull up my chart, bro, for you here.
Zach Ertz in 2024. What are we doing?
So, here you go. The Philadelphia Eagles are number 4 on the season versus Titan. They give up 7.9 points. They're number 4 in the red zone. They give up 39 yards receiving. Receptions per game that they give up to the tight end position as a whole. So this is all the tight ends, not just one. They give up 4.2 a game. Okay. Zach Ertz's line is at 3.5. That is not much of an outlier, though, Moet, even though it is, you know, on the plus side. Oof. That's close. That's close for me.
I don't like betting on old people like Zach Ertz because they're gonna pop a hammy in the first quarter.
I'm gonna go like this. Hang on, Kirby, I got you. I'm gonna pull up my running back chart here real quick. Hang on. Illustrator. Okay. So
he's over in 6 to 10 though.
Eagles, they give up 77 yards rushing a game. Kincaid, Hill, or not Ertz for me at all. And if Kincaid is out, I'm starting Knox 100%, Kirby. He's on my smash start video. EB, I'm definitely not starting Sam Darnold. So I don't really love CJ Stroud for the game script, but I'm not starting Sam Darnold versus the Titans, who's the number 1 defense versus pass yards allowed in the game. And I know that they might not have Snead, but still that defense rallies, man. They're good. Okay, so does Brian Robinson get 50 yards?
I don't think so.
77 yards
very
allowed.
doable, but I'm not playing it. They're 12th.
I'm going to play this.
Again, solid defense. First game back. I think we're going to see a lot of Eckler tonight.
I'm going to play a 2-piece just for the rest of the cash there. Okay. Got Saquon for a lower yardage. They dropped it to 95. So I'm going a $13 Saquon over 95.5 and Brian Robinson under 50.5. We're going running backs up and under, baby. Marvin says Bears, Bills, or Chiefs for the rest of the season. Chiefs have a very nice schedule. So look at this right here coming up. Chiefs after Buffalo. They get Carolina, Las Vegas, then the Chargers, Cleveland, Pitt. So their playoff at the end is very tough. But you get 3 games where they're going to absolutely dominate out of 6 games, right? So let's look at it like this. I don't really think Buffalo is one of the best teams I've looked at defensively. They get the Niners, tough. Rams, tough. Detroit, tough. New York Jets at the end. This is very nice for the last 2 weeks, right? New England and the Jets. That's nice. Now, if I'm looking at the Bears, they just need Brisker back. Brisker just got put on IR today, too. So I got to stop talking about him in my videos like he's coming back. He had a concussion that led to a 5-week concussion being out. So I don't know what the fuck happened with him. Now, if I'm looking here, we go Minnesota, Green Bay. Minnesota could be an okay game because I don't think their offense is as good as they've been. Nope, I don't like the Bears at all, bro. These are all tough matchups for the Bears, so they're out. I would lean Chiefs. Chiefs for the first part, and then I would take the Buffalo Bills for week 16 and 17 for the playoffs. Because I'm not going up against Minnesota, Detroit, Niners, Minnesota, Detroit, Seattle. Those are all, decent offenses where you can get better matchups than that. Kirby says Pollard, BTJ, or Purcell at the flex. BTJ is kind of doomed with Mac Jones. It's not looking great. Really not much you can do there until the bye week. Pollard has a super tough matchup. I'm probably going Purcell. If it's PPR, I'm definitely going Purcell. If it's 0.5, I would think about Pollard, but I don't. You got Tyjae Spears back as well. You saw a little bit of the split happen again. And the Titans season's pretty much done. So, I mean, I would go Purcell, full PPR, and I'd think about Pollard in 0.5. That's how I look at that one. What's up, Kai? How we doing? He says, who should I start this week? Who should I start with A.J. Brown this week? CD, Tillman, Jennings, or Higgins if he plays? I like Tillman a ton this week. Over CD Lamb by a mile. Over Jennings by a mile. Over Higgins in his first game back. I don't trust that. Also, Monty, Gibbs, Hunt, or Monty, Gibbs, Walker this week. Monty, Gibbs, and Walker. K9 kills the 49ers, bro. Every single game. All the time. And he does it when DK is out there, and DK is back out there this week already. He's already practicing full. So here was K9 last time versus the 49ers. He dropped 21 fantasy points. He had 8 receptions, 37 yards, 14 carries, 32 yards, and a touchdown. Absolutely destroyed the 49ers in the pass game, and he's going to do the same thing again. Miami got one more QB start or sit. Jaden Daniel, Justin Herbert. I am in Justin Herbert all the way this week as one of my smash plays this week. When you're looking at Philly, right? I got to get my chart here. I don't want to lead the wrong number. I think Philly's like 2 or 3 versus the quarterback. Sorry, Philly's number 4 versus the quarterback. The Cincinnati Bengals are number 27 versus the quarterback. And then when you go look at wide receivers, the Bengals are 20th versus the quarterback or versus the wide receiver, and Philly is 8 versus the wide receiver. So the matchup is just way better. I know you get the rushing upside of Jaden Daniels, but we saw Justin Herbert rush a touchdown last week, and he started running more. So I like Justin Herbert a ton. Rams are on the waiver wire. Should I pick them up and try and grab the Bills? It's early to grab the Bills, though, Marvin. You don't need to grab the Bills to like week 14 or 15. They have a tough schedule coming ahead. I do like the Rams this week. I rank them number 10 versus the Pats this week. Noah says, yo, Slee's at the flex this week. What's up, Noah? How we doing? Welcome back, brother. Higgins, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston, baby. Fire up QJ. I like the Chargers this week, man. I like QJ this week. I know it sounds crazy and it's hard to trust. I'm going with Quentin Johnston this week. I don't trust Keenan Allen, the new Bears OC. And I don't think T. Higgins even wants to play football this year. It's very weird with him. EB, you got to go ETN. Mostert didn't even see a carry last week, bro. You cannot start Mostert. He's almost droppable in 12-man leagues at this point. You saw Jalen Wright become the running back 2 over him. He saw more touches. He saw more carries. He saw more snaps. And they paid Mostert $10 million. I don't know why. I can't explain it to you. What's up, Jose? Roll the dice with AR or stick with Jaden. Oh, dude, that's a tough one because I have this gut feeling that AR is going to come off being benched, and it's not a great matchup versus the Jets and just go nuts. So I like Jaden Daniels too. I mean, I didn't like Jaden Daniels last week. If you watched any of my videos, I kind of said it's never good to play the Steelers off a bye, especially as a rookie. Mike Tomlin's going to own you, and that's exactly what happened. Now you get the Eagles in a tough matchup. Not off a bye. They're not the Steelers defense. AR, I feel like he's gonna come superhuman, bro. I don't want to lead you wrong though. I mean, AR is a very risky start.
Yeah, but there's
it's
no
very
stats
risky.
I'd say to start AR.
So
I agree with you.
If you're like 7-2, 6-3, and can afford a crazy play, I'm okay with it. If you're 4-6, 5-5, I'd probably go Jaden Daniels, play it safe. Am I overthinking benching McLaurin? Tony? Did you just get in here, Tony? I think I still have this up. Hang on. Or where is it?
All right, I'm ready for you guys whenever you guys want to hop in, man. Great show, man.
Let me know when you're up. Or when you're live?
I'll be up in 30 seconds.
Got you. Okay, Tony, here you go. Got you. Terry McLaurin, since the first 2 weeks of fantasy football, getting to know his quarterback, right? He had 2 bad weeks. This guy is the wide receiver 7 in fantasy football. 20 points, 18 points, 13 points, 23 points, 15 points, 17 points, 16 points, 16 points. For me, it's always start Terry McLaurin. I don't care what the matchup is.
I think he's in for a tough game though tonight.
With the Eagles secondary, the Eagles front 7's good, not their secondary.
Their secondary's been better though.
Since they added Cooper DeJean in there from Iowa, my guy.
Yeah, it's definitely not as bad as I expected it.
If you're in a 10 or 12 man league, you can almost, if you're a 10 man, you can definitely drop Jonathan Brooks. If you're in a 12 man, maybe hold him for your IR spot if possible, but he's not going to do much this year. And Njoku over Goddard by a mile, Felix. I don't even think that's a question to me at all. Full PPR, I have to assume it'll be a ground game tonight. I think it's going to be an ugly, low-scoring game tonight as well. And it is exactly at 4 o'clock, guys. I'm going to run through these. Do not leave chat. We're going to lead right to his show. Give me 1 second here. I'll roll through these. Other starters for me, Puka, DK, a bench, and CeeDee Lamb. So am I. Bench and DK Lamb, or CeeDee Lamb easy. What's good, Bink? We're about to head over right now, guys. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for everything. My wife just got home as well here, too. Thank you guys for the super chats, too. We're going to lead right to his show. Go show my guy some love. Say Sleaze Raid in the chat. Drop him a subscription. And we're going to go over all the games and stuff here. And it will lead you right there. You do not have to leave my stream. We're going to go right into his, guys. I'll see you guys over there. Thanks for hanging out tonight.